I remember, this is 15 years ago, I made a mistake. I didn't even know I had done anything wrong. I had written a sketch that had the word faggot in it. So she sits me down, we have a nice conversation. She tells me, oh, the sketches are great. I go, oh, fantastic. Well, then why am I here? She said, because David, there's no way that you can ever say the word faggot on our network. I didn't know I did anything wrong. I didn't try to defend myself. I said, all right, fuck it, I'll take it out. Have a good afternoon. And as I was leaving, it occurred to me, hey, Renee, quick question. Why is it that I can say the word nigger with impunity, but I can't say the word faggot? And she said, because, David, you are not gay. I said, well, Renee, I'm not a nigger either.
Please stop yelling. You're in the front row, you're 4 feet away from me. It's super fucking loud. Did you say, who am I? I'm about to be your murderer. Shut up. Yeah, not just for me, for the beautiful couple right next to you, I would really appreciate it if you would stop screaming in their ears. The fuck was that? I don't know who let a peacock in here, but she was one of those people, right? She was one. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay.
I love you.
It wasn't her seat? Who was supposed to be there? She's from up there? Ew! You guys let a poor person sit up here? I'm kidding. Fuck, I always feel bad when that happens, but I feel like I powered through it as much as I could. I didn't even say anything. Man. And she thought she could... Oh, hilarious that you guys didn't know she was still here. And you guys like, no, there was 2 of them. That's so funny. She doesn't even go... Shut up. No, throw it. Fuck. There's a face code. Who's ugly? Does anybody have too much makeup on? You know what? You know what makes the most sense? This bitch has an Android! Ew! Ew! Dude. Her pussy runs on minutes, dog. Ugh. Will you make sure this burner phone gets back to her? Yeah, thanks, Dad.
It was their first mom's weekend.
It was their first mom's weekend? Those are mothers? Hello, Child Protective Services. Ew! Somebody came inside of them? Is there cash? Oh, we'll toss that up here. I actually want that. Thanks, dog. Oh, god damn it, man. Oh, there we go. She threw a 5, which is exactly what she was. Oh, man. She threw a whole $5 up here. I'm sure that's a whole shift for her. Stripper.
Exclusively dated women, which I get is confusing by the everything. And the only reason that I think people would believe that I've exclusively dated women is because I wear so much flannel. They must think, oh, he's a lesbian.
I remember learning when I was a kid. My dad just beat it into our heads that we were black. And we were leaving school one day. I saw a white mother with her white dog. Nobody questioned it. There was my black dad, and there was me. And I was like, Dad, why don't we match? He was like, don't worry about it, you're black! I was like, yeah, black in what? Proud! Say it out! He's crying, he's yelling at me at 2 o'clock in the goddamn afternoon. I'm black.
I need a gun immediately, like that. The guy didn't answer, no questions. He just grabbed a 12 gauge shotgun, handed it to me. I'd never even held a gun before. I'm not a dummy. I'm like, well, I need some bullets too. And the guy reached under the counter, put 2 box shells on the counter. He said, all right, buddy, which box do you want? I didn't know. One box had pictures of some ducks on it. The other box had pictures of some deer. I said, well, what's that box with them ducks? He said, oh, that there's birdshot. And then he goes just like this, I'm not exaggerating, he goes, that won't kill a man. He said, it'll just pepper him up nicely. I said, what the fuck? Pepper? I said, well, what's that box with the deer on it? He goes, oh, that there's buckshot. That'll put a hole in the goddamn truck if you wanted to. So which box do you want? And he picked the one with the deer up and shook it. I thought he was trying to trick me. I was like, do you have a box with a picture of a white dude trespassing on it? Because it's exactly the strength I'm looking for.
Has anybody here ever seen a ghost? Have you really?
Yeah.
What did you experience?
I went to a haunted house where I grew up in Pleasant Hill, Missouri, which is very haunted.
Now, when you say a haunted house, you mean like a Halloween one or like a legitimate haunted house?
No, like a house that was like owned by the Ku Klux Klan at one point.
Oh, those weren't ghosts. It's actually much scarier, and they don't like shadow people either.
So I was going up to the house, and there looked like there was an old man in the window.
I bet there was.
I turned around to tell my friends about it, and I turned around, and he was like gone. And so I thought it was a ghost. I just felt a very haunted feeling. You all thinking I'm crazy or something, but I didn't feel haunted. Okay?
No, they think you're racist. They don't think you're crazy. No. You're just fine. It's okay. Totally different thing. Different thing to be ashamed of. It's all right. So did you get a chance to go inside the house?
No, I ran from that house.
You're probably not the first person. So I'm glad that you are a believer and back me up that ghosts are fucking scary. Monsters are scary too. I don't want to negate.
Frankenstein, scary guy.
That's not a real one. Some monsters are fucking real.
I'm defending you.
You went to their house. People are monsters.
From like the middle of Missouri, a place called St. Clair, Missouri, which means, really? You're the only one that got out. Oh my gosh. If there's a tractor parked out front, I'm like, oh, I know her. Like that.
Has anybody here ever seen a ghost? Have you really?
Yeah.
What did you experience?
I went to a haunted house where I grew up in Pleasant Hill, Missouri, which is very haunted.
Now, when you say a haunted house, you mean like a Halloween one or like a legitimate haunted house?
No, like a house that was like owned by the Ku Klux Klan at one point.
Oh, those weren't ghosts. It's actually much scarier, and they don't like shadow people either.
So I was going up to the house, and there looked like there was an old man in the window.
I bet there was.
I turned around to tell my friends about it, and I turned around, and he was like gone. And so I thought it was a ghost. I just felt a very haunted feeling. You all thinking I'm crazy or something, but I didn't feel haunted. Okay?
No, they think you're racist. They don't think you're crazy. No. You're just fine. It's okay. Totally different thing. Different thing to be ashamed of. It's all right. So did you get a chance to go inside the house?
No, I ran from that house.
You're probably not the first person. So I'm glad that you are a believer and back me up that ghosts are fucking scary. Monsters are scary too. I don't want to negate.
Frankenstein, scary guy.
That's not a real one. Some monsters are fucking real.
I'm defending you.
You went to their house. People are monsters.
Who else had a question? Anyone? What happened? You eat ass. Good job. That wasn't a question. I'm glad we all know that. Will I eat ass? Do I eat ass? There's too many people translating this question. Weirdest game of telephone ever. I'm sorry again, Mom. I had my ass eaten one time, and it was a surprise. I didn't know it was gonna happen. Like, she was down there doing you know, the business, and then all of a sudden I just felt like a tongue go up. I was like, ooh. It was tongue, then finger. I was stuck. I didn't know what to do, but I will say, I didn't have one intrusive thought the whole time. This shit changed my life. I think she hit the factory reset.
Last time I really tried to date, I was in the 6th grade. And the problem is that... And I also don't know why I look like this was taken in a hostage situation. But it does.
I know what it's like to have a cold house. I wasn't allowed to touch the thermostat growing up without asking my father. And it would be fucking freezing in the house. I'd be like, Dad, please, can I please just turn the heat up to like, I don't know, 32, nigga, it's really cold. And my dad would say, just put more clothes on, David. Got all 3 of my outfits on, nigga. When you look at me, I'm freezing up here. And he said, just don't think about how cold you are, David. And I said this, I didn't say it to him, but I said it in front of him so he could hear it. I said, I fucking hate being poor. And my dad got really upset. He didn't scream or holler, that wasn't his way. He just threw his newspaper on the floor and he said, David, 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 you are not poor. He said, poor is a mentality. He said it's a mentality that very few people ever recover from. Don't you forget it, son. You are broke.